Hey, everybody, welcome. It is Monday. Yes, Monday.
What day is it? Who are we?
I was about to say Wednesday. No, it is Monday, January 13th, 2025. Welcome to another episode of the Crab and Goat Show. I'm Daniel G. Garza, the goat, and
I am Richard Wayne Kilgo II, the crab.
How are you doing, Wayne?
I'm doing good. I know when we first logged in, it's a full moon today. It actually just happened a couple hours ago. And it's a full moon in Cancer. So it's likely everyone's kind of feeling those extra deep emotional vibes, old stuff coming up to be illuminated and cleared out. So it's definitely an emotionally intense, energetic day. I'm feeling it. How about for you?
It is. Well, it's weird because when I have therapy on Mondays, so I never really know if it's the energy or it's just my energy coming out. What's going on with the hair? I don't know if it's the energy or my energy. No, wrong one. Production, what are you doing back there? I don't know if it's me or the energy that is like hitting a certain way, but I'm okay. Just there's a lot going on here in California, in LA, and the area, and to all of our friends. If they're watching or somebody who's been affected, our best positive energy goes to them, that everything gets resolved in the best way. But it affects it. It's the ripple effect. It affects us all. We're 1 degree away from somebody who's been affected by the fires here in LA. And I didn't even know Friday we had a little fire here in Laguna Beach, and luckily,
it was quickly put out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right before anybody found out. I didn't know till I was all put out. So, blessings. We count our blessings and we send blessings. So but before I forget, hello to all our friends watching us on Facebook and LinkedIn. Make sure that you share this on your page so that people can watch along with you. If you're watching us on YouTube, scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new episode on. Remember, we're Mondays at 5 o'clock. And to all of our friends watching on Instagram, hello, friends on Instagram. Although your comments cannot show up on the StreamYard, we are keeping an eye on our pages to make sure that we count you in. What else is going on with you?
So it's more of a life update. I don't know if I told you this about as well, but I was finally able to get Invisalign. They did my scans a while back, and I was going through a process with another tooth. But so I started Invisalign on Tuesday of last week, so it's been almost a week, and it is definitely taking some adjusting to get used to it. I mean, I knew there would be pain. Zav went through it a year ago. So it's been like kind of intense in that way, getting used to having this in my mouth. And I know I'm like extra sensitive to it, but I'm taking this as like a physical cue too of the other ways that I'm wanting to shift my behaviors for a better outcome, for a long-term outcome. I'm kind of tying it to this and recognizing there's a little bit of pain now. There's a little bit of ache now, but what I'm working towards is going to be even better. So it's helping me to make better decisions in that way. And actually, like the eating wise, because I'm also a little bit of a germaphobe, going out to eat seems less exciting to me because I always have to pop the trays out. After you're done eating, you got to brush, you got to floss, you got to mouthwash, stick them back in. They can't be out for too long. So it's a lot of work. So I know that alone is going to help me curb my intake of foods and likely unhealthier foods too. So it's definitely in the vibe of your season, of Capricorn season. And I know you kind of talked about it too, and I'm sure you'll talk about it. You said you wanted to talk about it during the show, but this is a great time for doing vision boards as well too. I was telling Zav I want us to be able to do a vision board for this year, and Daniel told me as we logged on, look at that. It's such a Capricorn thing to do because it is somewhat visionary. It's kind of a Capricorn Aquarius mix thing, but I'm excited. I do want to hear about your vision board. What is it that you're wanting to bring in? What's the timeline
So
that you were
let me
looking
pull
at?
the camera back. First of all, I want to thank our friend Martha, who brought it up. And there's a detail. I'm going to show you the detail that she put on hers, and we thought it was just great. So Martha, Christian, and I did our vision boards yesterday, because today is Monday 13th, which is a great day. There's a couple of things that you can do to set the intentions for the week. But there's a couple of things. I'm going to start over here. There's a couple of things. I don't know if you can see it. This is a script that I found in a magazine, and it's full of stars, because the next script that comes in my hands is going to be the good one. There's a camera guy back here, a director. There's a microphone, and it says LPI, which is Little Mexican Productions Inc. I don't know if you can see it. So, because I want us to be bigger station and do more work. There's a television, because I want to be on TV. I need a new phone, people. I need a new phone. So there's a new phone, but it also says awards, because I want to make sure that we're successful as a company. And of course, Wayne is part of the company now. I put a flamingo down here, because flamingos usually stand on one leg, and they're resistant, and they're balanced, and they're strong. And they take in order to be pink, they have to eat to be pink. And I want to make sure that everything that I take in from the world helps me maintain me. There is mind. Where's it? Mind.
Are you saying you're taco colored, Daniel? Is that what you're saying?
That's yes. So one day I'm going to walk in and I'm going to look like a tortilla. You'll know why. So there is mind, body, and spirit, because I couldn't find the word spirit. We didn't have it. So there's the body. And yes, I need to work out. So there's that. Orange. Orange is right in the middle, because orange is the color of the sacral chakra, and it's about balance. So I want to make sure that there is balance in my life. What else? There's the word dream. I don't want to let go of my dreams. There's joy, because I want to have joy. Cardivo stuff. What else? There's more Cardivo stuff. There's my sign right here, right there. And I'm a crystal ball. Stairways. There's the stairways to the light. Make sure that I'm following the stairs to reach the high levels, I guess. I would really love to foster one day. So that's me, Christian, and a little baby Love. Well, actually, I want an older kid. I don't want a baby, because I don't want to change diapers. Trips. This is all about trips. See the world through the lens. I want to go to Australia, but I want to go to Australia to work. I want to go there on a coaching or a Cardivo capability. So there's that. I want to take a cruise. I want to listen. I want to make sure that I listen, not just talk. I want to make sure that I listen to people. And of course, because I am a Capricorn overachiever, I want to be the greatest of all time. And then there's another baby. There's a butterfly metamorphosis. There's a dragonfly over here somewhere for strength and power. But this is a cork board. This was Martha's idea. This is a little piece of cork board, so that if there's anything that I can think of along the way that would help me work on any of my visions, because sometimes we add things. We have to add things. Things pop up that will help us do it, or things we need to take away, or things that we need to remember. Goals. And so there's a piece of corkboard with some pins, so that I can add little post-its of information whenever I need to. And here's Hollywood, because I want to make it in Hollywood. And then the sunflower that faces the sun, so I can be clear-minded as much as I can. And of course, I'm a busy bee, so there's a little busy bee right there. But that's most of it. My family, there's Thrive, there's Teacher, because I want to be a teacher in life. So it's a little bit of everything. We had a great time. I do want to meet rugby players. For some reason, there's a rugby player. To make sure Australia. Maybe the universe will put me in a spot where I will be invited to go do a workshop for some rugby players to become better players.
Talk about it. Talk about a dream come true.
Just saying. Hi, sweetheart. How are you doing? I'm glad you said. My friend is a little under the weather today, so I invited her to come in and watch us and watch the show today. So thank you for joining. We will be pulling cards
Hope
in
you
just a
feel
minute.
better. Yeah.
So, anyways, so that was. There's another thing that I wanted to share before we move on. This is my friend Roger in Houston, who was actually the person that introduced me to card readings way before Chakra Shack. Recommended this lotion. It's called Siete Machos, Seven Machos lotion, and it smells really delicious. Have you heard of it?
I have not, but I love the name.
So I wore it, and I'm going to tell you, as soon as I wore it, I was like, "Ooh, poppy!"
Muy macho.
Yeah, it has this really clear. It's almost what is the other one? The water one. I'll think about it in a minute. Florida water. It's almost reminiscent of Florida water, but it's supposed to bring some good vibes. And then tonight I'm going to do the salt glass behind the door for Monday 13th, and then flush it out tomorrow. So for those of you who don't want to do too much but want to do something, a glass doesn't have to be a lot of salt, just some salt in a clear white glass behind your door, the front door. Just leave it there overnight, and then tomorrow when you wake up, flush it down the toilet and collect all that negative energy so you can bring
flush it out.
Fortune, yeah, financial security, abundance, good fortune to your home. So there you go.
I love it.
It's everything that I have.
I'm actually going to the Mystic Circle tonight at Awakening, so that should be fun. It's for the full moon in Cancer.
Oh, nice.
So
I want to say hello to my friend Celeste. My friend Celeste is watching us on Instagram. Hello, Celeste. Thank you for watching. All right, what do you got? What's going on with you?
What do I have? My goodness. Well, we're coming to the end of Capricorn season, and I've definitely been feeling the need to do the Capricorn stuff. I'm trying to get up and running, and I can't believe it's already the 13th now that I think about it. But mostly just kind of taking the time in this Capricorn energy to look at my marketing plans for this year, what we want to grow, what we want to do, both for, for this, for my intuitive offerings, for Ascension Tech Institute. I think it's because of the Capricorn energy, it's been on my mind intensely and how to best move forward. So mostly I've been very kind of internal, and I know we talked about last week too, Mars is in retrograde. So this kind of slows us down from being able to take a lot of action. So it is a good time to kind of step forward with vision boards, dream boards. What are we wanting to do? What are we wanting to accomplish? And then we can kind of take those plans and move that into Aquarius energy and Pisces. So for me, a lot of my focus is really, what do I need to do to plan, to orchestrate for myself personally, all those other things. And it's kind of what I've been working on. My body's been reacting in certain ways. I know I've been dealing with migraines recently. I had kind of allergic reaction this morning. And so my body's speaking in a lot of ways too. But yeah, that's mostly, and then we have we have our first month of events for Ascension Tech, so we're excited to continue that into this year, and then we're gonna have basically the next 6 months planned out. So we know, so we can do the circles, the practitioner circles, and start spreading the word more for Rahu Tech. So I'm excited.
Nice.
Yes.
For everybody who is here for readings, we're going to go through Wayne's session first. You'll be getting some channeled messages followed by the alignment. So make sure that you have your pen and paper ready to do our mini alignment. And then we'll begin with readings. Remember, it's like we always do. Make sure that you put me in the comment section of whatever channel you're watching on. And then throughout the show, if you are able or willing to donate, there is our donation. You can go to Venmo at Card Debo, or for those of you that know Wayne, you can go to his page and deposit there. But are you ready for your?
Yes, let's do it.
Sweet.
Okay, so in looking at, I've kind of looked at the astrology for this week. I know I've spoken a little bit already to the full moon. Today we had the full moon in Cancer. It happened just a couple hours ago. And so with this is a really good in energy, and the energy that's being brought up in us at this time is that of our emotions. Our intuition is likely hitting much, much stronger. whether or not you're someone that really practices or utilizes your intuition on a regular basis. And this is also a further clearing out. So I feel like this is also kind of that period at the end of the sentence, at the end of this chapter, as far as a lot of the releasing and processing that we've been through over 2024, especially the last half of 2024. So this is a really good time to focus on and look back to what has happened over the last 6 months for you, what has happened. I don't want to say to you, but if you feel like you've been victimized by certain situations, this is the perfect night to contemplate that, to really bring that into your awareness of why this happened. And then in whatever way you can, visualizing it, speaking to it, acknowledging it, and being able to release it, and letting that full moon energy come in to release any emotions that are tied to it, any karma, all of that with it. So this is a really great time for that today. And even up until tomorrow, you're still going to be feeling that energy as the moon starts to wane. So also, I spoke to it a little bit earlier and last week. Mars is still retrograding. It'll be retrograding to the end of next month on the 23rd of February. And right now it's retrograding in Cancer. So this adds to that Cancerian energy of the ways that we've been stuck and not being able to move forward. Any of our kind of programming towards forward movement or reactivity that maybe isn't serving us, those types of energies are also coming up this time. So if you're finding that your temper is shorter, if you're finding that you're on a shorter leash as far as being emotionally grounded is concerned, this is likely that Cancerian energy also coming up in that way, in Mars retrograding, to be acknowledged. So once you acknowledge it and you can say, I see this, now I want the universe to release this from me, transmute it, and you're likely going to be clearing that and shifting how you behave moving forward into the future. So this is, again, really powerful emotional time. We also have Venus in Pisces, so another water sign energy. The only thing that's working and kind of balancing us is Mercury is in Capricorn right now. So how we're communicating is very methodical. And in this way, we can kind of speak to our thoughts more easily, where when we're not in this energy, it may be harder. We can feel our feelings, but translating it into words that are significant and reflect what needs to be reflected so that it can be cleared out. So looking at all of this, it really is a great time for balancing out and acknowledging and being able to release any emotions that are heavy that aren't serving you. So with that being said, I won't go too deep into any of the other astrology at this moment. I did pull cards for this upcoming week to kind of see how things are feeling moving forward. So at the start today, we have the Two of Cups. So I really like this. This is a day for coming into more emotional balance, being able to, again, acknowledge what is not serving you and feeling more in harmony and recognizing that the universe is out to do you good, I guess you could say. So if you're not feeling this in this way today, that's because there's maybe still some things that you need to look at, acknowledge, maybe journal about. But what you've been struggling with, or as I say, what you've been beating your head up against the wall about, especially from an emotional or past history, likely dealing with family, then if you start to really acknowledge that, write those things down, set an intention to have it released, then you're going to start feeling more in this harmony. For tomorrow, for Tuesday, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So a good day for making progress, a good day for moving forward. We still may have some overshadowing of the energy of today and any emotions or things that we are working through, but that's also the energy of the moon helping us to release and be done with those energies that we want to release. And then coming to Wednesday, we have the Four of Wands reversed. So I would say this probably feels like a consistent work day. You'll probably get a lot done, but there may not be as much fun or joy around your day on Wednesday. So I would be sure to say, set some intentions for bringing in joy on Wednesday as you go throughout your day, because you're definitely going to be productive. But I get the sense that if you are working too hard or working too creatively, you'll burn out. And by the end of the day, it's going to kind of throw off the rest of your week. So really being mindful of that. For Thursday, we have the Hanged Man. So Thursday, it's likely some energies will come up having you look from a different perspective and maybe not necessarily having to do it in a gentle way. It may be something that comes forward that you suddenly realize you need to deal with this, but you still have to come up with a plan for how you're going to deal with it. So that energy is likely to come up on Thursday. And know that this is a blessing, that the universe is likely helping you to see a long-term situation from a different perspective that can be key in shifting you out of it entirely, which is further confirmed by Friday's card. We have Judgment, or as I like to call it, Discernment. So Friday's likely a day of being able to celebrate, feeling like you're coming to the end of a period. Of course, Friday is the end of the week, but there's this energy of, I would say, kind of a culmination of the full moon too, what you've gone through and processed. There'll be like a full integration that comes in on Friday and a more balanced perspective of your emotions. And to me, intuitively, it feels like the way that you'll be looking to your future, you'll feel like you're headed in a different direction, but it's mostly because you have changed and shifted, not because your destination has changed at this time. Then looking to Saturday. Saturday is the Emperor reverse. So I would say Saturday's like the day to just rest and relax. There's probably a lot in you that's going to want to get things done, do. But in that way, it is important that you recognize if you need rest, if you've been running your ship too hard already through this Capricorn season, this Saturday is going to be a better day for you to relax, even if you feel like you have a lot to do. And then Sunday, you have the sun. So Sunday card. So I love this. This is kind of a good day for enjoyment, fun. I'm sure there's other factors astrologically that are supporting this too, but I'm really looking to Sunday. If you need to get some stuff done on Saturday, go ahead, but know that Sunday is really the day that you're meant to have fun. So let yourself have fun, let yourself be more joyful, and let more of the responsibilities be set to the side. And I will leave you all with that.
Awesome. And do we want to show one of your slides?
Sure, yes. Yeah, so tomorrow evening, we are having our Ascension Tech, The Power of Rahu Tech Intro to Energy Work workshop. So this is for anyone who is interested in potentially becoming attuned to Rahu Tech. If you want to feel the energy out, we give you a brief introduction of Rahu Tech in this 2.5-hour session. We go through some methods to sense and perceive subtle energies. You'll receive a energy healing transmission specific to you, designed to go in and helping you clear balance your chakras, clear your energy, release any attachments that you may have, and really empower you to be balanced moving forward. And then we also give you that 7-day temporary Rahu Tech attunement. So we teach you 7 practices to be able to practice Rahu Tech out in the world, in your daily life, so you can really see the impact that it makes. We believe so much in it that it's really just a matter of getting your hands on it, and you'll feel the power of it, and it really just empowers every intention. So we hope to see you there tomorrow.
Just get in there.
You know.
And as somebody who's taking session 1, I wholeheartedly recommend it. If you're a Reiki master, if you're a massage therapist, if you're anybody that works with people and works with your hands, this is definitely something you want to invest in. So if you're in the Southern California area and you can make it there, invest in it. I hope, as a Reiki master and as somebody who works energy a lot, I have found how to bring together, and it's not, I think it's safe to say, right, Wayne? It's not one or the other. It's how do they work together. It's kind of like the commercial, like, your chocolate is in my peanut butter.
Your peanut butter's in my chocolate. Exactly. Yes, yeah, it only enhances all what you're already doing. It's meant to further empower any other practices that you already have, whether that's Reiki, whether it's pranic healing, whether it's yoga. It really just is meant to be a power source in with a dual approach.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right.
Are we ready? Let's I'm gonna put Wayne in the breaker in the green room because he's got his paper and pen ready. Pull out your pen and paper, and we're about to do, where is the banner? Here we go, the alignment. Haha. But remember, first thing as usual, make sure you write today's date, which is January 13, 2025, Monday. It is approximately 5:23, so you can put 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern time. What is your barrier? What is the barrier you're working on this week? This can be personal or professional. I'll give you a minute to think about it. Don't go too deep in your thoughts. If you have done the alignment before, you know how this works. Just what's the first thing that pops in your head? Excuse me. What's the one thing you want to work on this week? And we're going to go through the 7 cards. Remember that I will post these cards on my social media pages so you can check them out after the show. And if you want to do it again, just go back to any of our pages and rewatch the episode. Wayne has been doing such a great job at post-production and posting his section and my section on our Instagram pages. So make sure you check those out. All right. Word number 1. This is your foundation, your root chakra. This is what you've been sitting on. This is all the words that are about. This is all about your stability. Where is it? Oops. Come on, alignment. Did I freeze? I froze. My camera is frozen, but I think you guys can see me. I'm going to bring Wayne on just to see.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Wayne?
Yes.
Okay. My camera is frozen, so I'm going to leave Wayne talking for a second. I'm going to reset my laptop real quick.
Perfect. There he goes. This is that moment that they never prepare you for, that you should prepare for. No, I'm just kidding. So what else can we talk about? If you are, anyone that's joining us now, feel free to comment in the comments wherever you're at if you would like to be added to the queue for our readings that will start in just a few minutes. There he is.
There I am. Hello. It's the energy.
Start that fast?
Yeah, I just had to restart the page to make sure that it unfroze.
I was like, oh God, get the monologue ready.
But I could hear you through my phone. I raised the volume. Yeah. Once a director, always a director. What is he saying? What is he doing? Nature. All right. So I'm going to put Wayne back in the green room. All right, folks. So first word number 1 is your stability. I won't put it too close. What's your stability? What is affecting your stability today? What words or I'm frozen again, but I'm going to look at myself on the other screen to make sure that we're doing this right. So what is affecting your stability that is affecting then your barrier? Word number 2, this is your balance. So when it comes to balance, it's all about the emotions. And I'm a couple of seconds behind, so I'm going to watch for that. But emotions, how are your emotions affecting your barrier? Are you balancing your emotions? Are you way too happy? Are you way too moody? Is everything just causing you frustration, or are you just going along with everything today? So how are your emotions affecting your stability? Word number 3. Word number 3 comes from your power and your your solar plex. And that's about commitment. Are you committed to your power? Are you committing to yourself? And then in the ripple effect, are you committing to the people around you to make sure that you have the right power? And please forgive me if you can't see the words right. I'll put them up again. My screen froze again for some reason. Word number 4, when it comes to your heart chakra or your intake, are you finding your happiness? Do you feel happy right now? Is the things that you're doing causing you happiness? And remember, we've talked about doing things mentally, physically, and spiritually. Am I learning something? Am I getting something? Am I feeling something? Am I feeling happy when I do the things I'm doing that I commit myself to? And the things that I commit to, there we go again. Is it balancing my emotions and that affecting my stability? Are we good so far? So just so we go, it's stability, emotions, commitment, and happy. Word number 5, and this is about honesty. There we go. Honesty. So this is your voice or your throat chakra. Oh, it was upside down. I don't know why my laptop is freezing, folks, but here we go. We're doing our best. Am I being honest with myself? When I speak up, when I speak out, when I let the words out of my mouth and that I'm hearing them, am I being honest with myself about the happiness that I'm seeking? Word number 6. Strategy. This is your vision. This is your brow chakra, your third eye. Are you being strategic in the direction that you're sending your vision boards, your manifestation, your dreams, your goals? Are you, is there a strategy? Because everybody can plan. We talk about this all the time. Everybody can plan something. We can all plan on doing things. But is there a strategy in place in order to get where we want to go? And then word number 7, this is all about your body. And Wayne was talking about his body earlier too. Your body is, are you listening to your body when it tells you it's stressed out, when it's in a good mood, when it's relaxed, when it's not? There's a couple of people that I've messaged with today who were sick over the weekend. Are you listening to your body? And where is that coming from? Other than the physical part, is there a mental part or a spiritual part that is causing the sickness? So to put these all together is my stability affected by my emotions? And am I making a commitment to finding my happiness and being honest with myself about the strategies I might take to take care of my body? Or is my body telling me what my strategy should be, and I need to be honest about the things that make me happy and make a commitment to listen to my emotions to find my stability? I hope that makes sense. I'm going to bring Wayne back on. Are you there, Wayne?
I am here. I love it.
For some reason, I froze again. It's probably the energy in my apartment.
Or have you been frozen, Daniel? Have you
I've
been
been
Madonna's
frozen.
song?
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, I guess you could have gone, that way too. I went the 80s gay way. You went the Disney gay way.
There we go. So, okay, I'm back.
Yay!
Yay! I don't know what's going on, but we're having some weird winds out here, and
sorry, that's a cattail.
wait a minute. For those of you that don't know, and other people don't know, when my energy is off, when I've told you this, right, Wayne? When my energy is off, when I'm stressed out, when something's not connecting correctly, my electronics around me start messing up. There is no
energy.
Yeah, there is no thing that I can do to stop it. So let's hope it doesn't happen again. All right, it's time, folks. We have an hour, not half an hour like I did last week when I was trying to cut the show early.
I mean, if you really want your tacos, Daniel, we can leave early.
We're going to say hi to Alonso, who's watching us on Instagram. Hello, Alonso. So this is the moment where if you are wanting a reading, it's time for you to say me. So you can say me in the comment sections. If you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, or Instagram, say me and we'll find you and we'll put you on. There was something else I was going to say, but I forgot what I was going to say.
Mars must be retrograde.
I guess while somebody says me, I'll let you folks know that this February, so mark your calendars, February 21st, it's a Friday. It is National Caregivers Day. And in my new position, I guess it's a good time to do an ad while we have people signing up. I am the new director of cheekycharities.org, which is a which is a cancer support agency. So we aim to create a safe, inclusive spaces for LGBTQ plus individuals and undeserved communities facing colorectal and anal cancers. And I am the new director of advocacy. And part of my job is to make sure that we offer a safe support space, but not just for the person going through cancer, but also for the caregiving team, whether it be the professional team or the personal team. So on Friday, February 21st, which is National Caregiver Day, we're going to have a 2-hour webinar, 1 hour in English and 1 hour in Spanish. And we invite you to come join us. It's going to be a live stream just like this, where you can participate, ask questions. Christian is going to be one of my guests on the English episode, talking about his time as my caregiver when I was going through cancer. And then my sister is going to be on the Spanish version, talking about her time being a caregiver for my mom when she was going through Alzheimer's. So this episode is not just cancer specific, it's caregivers in general. So please join us. Mark your calendars, Friday, February 21st at noon Pacific time in English, and then 1 o'clock for the Spanish show. So we hope you join us. I don't have any me's up yet.
You don't have all of 2025 planned and scheduled out? I mean, you do to a degree, just maybe not the way you think in this moment, Mr. Capricorn.
I only have this month. I started this. Well, somebody says me. I guess we can chat for a little bit. I had nothing on my schedule for a while, and I was like, "Oh, January 25. It's gonna start up slow." The universe was like, "Stop it!" So I'm gonna be
across the face.
Yes, totally. It's like I should have had a V8. I'm gonna be in Asheville, North Carolina, this coming weekend for a retreat. So hello to any friends out there in North Carolina, particularly in Asheville. Then the last weekend of the month, I'm going to be in San Francisco for 5 days for an event up there. So hello to all our friends in San Francisco. We will see you there. Oh, we have our first meeting. Amanda.
Hey, hello. Drive safely getting home.
I hear you shuffling. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to, you can finish your thought though. If you still had more that you want to say.
No, I was just saying, like, careful what you ask for, because some of these things are just like popping up. And then this morning I was interviewed for a podcast. I'll let you know more about that. I've just been interviewed for 2 magazines, and we're doing a photo shoot next Monday. So just like really cool things. So for all of you out there, basically the message is, I do everything and I'm all that. And no. The message is
he's not a diva. No.
I mean, it's all about me. Let's face it, folks. But the message, no, calm down, people. The real message is, if you really put your intentions out there, and the universe will sort out what is meant for you and what is not, because not everything that I've asked for has come through, but the things that really were going to make a difference, I'm there now. And just when I thought I was going to be slow January, nope. Okay, with that, I'll shut up and I'll let you talk to
Flow January. All right, I love it. Okay, Amanda. So, just taking a look. I pulled a spread for you. So, heart of your spread, you have the Magician reversed. So it's likely that at this time, you may be feeling like there's things that you want to do, there's things that you want to accomplish, and yet it feels like you're not able to fully make it happen. I also get a sense of there's a lot that you want to do right now too. I'm definitely feeling that vibe, and we're kind of all feeling that Capricorn energy of, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And so that's why it's a really good time to continue to plant seeds, but know that this really isn't a time that you're going to be able to create much. It's really about creating the idea of it. What do you want to create? What do you want to bring in? And allowing that to move forward, because what's challenging you have the Justice card. So with this being a challenge, I would say it's likely you're feeling like you've done a lot of work, and I know you have done a lot of work, and there is this feeling, and I've been feeling this as well for myself too, this feeling of I want to feel like I have some accomplishment, that what I've been doing matters, that the work that I've been doing matters. And so with this card crossing you, it kind of feel like I'm waiting for things to come back into balance. I'm waiting for the universe to validate more of, yes, I've done this. What's interesting, your theme card, you have the 5 of Pentacles, and then for your outcome card, you have the 5 of Cups. So you're dealing with some energies of challenge at this time, of the major conflict kind of happening in your life, of whatever the energy is that you're having to address right now. So this can feel like you're out in the cold. This can feel like you're having to go it alone. And to a degree, the universe wants you to lean into this. Your guidance card is the Hermit. So this is about further going within. I think we talked about this last time I did a reading for you. This sense of going in and knowing your own truth and understanding your truth. So there's less questioning about the experiences that you're having, the work that you're doing from a spiritual perspective. I love this for you right now too, even though it's not a time to like really create from the ground up. It's knowing that you've already set certain intentions in place. You've gotten to a certain point now, and it's further contemplating and considering what direction do you want to head in now. You've had the experiences that you've had. Just because you've done prep in a certain direction doesn't mean that's the direction that you need to see that through. So there's a sense of the universe really wanting to confirm with you right now, you're doing the work. You've been doing the work. You've been traveling this path. So moving forward, there's a sense of feeling like you're disempowered, but know that you are really stepping into your power more than ever and really understanding what you want and taking more time to ensure that you're able to do the things that you want to do moving forward. Now, the universe is challenging you in certain ways. You have the Page of Swords, with new ideas, new ways of thinking. So this can help you in furthering, clearing out the beliefs that make you skeptical about the things that you're able to accomplish. Your abilities, your gifts, whether that is in the physical, whether that is the intuitive, whatever that may be. And so your outcome card is the Two of Cups. So this is a sense of relationships are growing at this time, you understanding more even and balanced energy exchanges with others, and being able to appreciate those that are serving your highest good at this time, and you vice versa. And then it's also that sense of, we've kind of acknowledged over the last 6 months what relationships are no longer serving us or disempowering us, that we don't need to spend so much time on. So putting your energy and focus on the relationships that matter most to you at this time. And I will leave you with that.
I'm here. Hello. I'm here. Lots going on. Well, behind the scenes when you guys aren't watching. Amanda says she's driving, so she won't be able to respond. So Amanda, when you get a chance, just let us know if it resonated with you, if it makes sense. And thank you for being on the show. What was I going to say? I was chit-chatting with Miss Piper, who is the one that I wonder if she's there. I don't want to read for you if you're not feeling well, but we can definitely send you a message if you want us to do. But I guess we can chit-chat while people connect and say hi or whatever.
But we don't know how to chit-chat. We don't do that.
We don't talk. We're not
Anytime,
talkers.
we sit down for dinner, it's just silence.
So boring.
Yeah, I know.
So boring.
If only that was the way. No, it's good that it's not that way for real.
There was something I was going to show y'all too, and I totally forgot what it was. It's been one of those days, folks. It's just been one of those days. But for everybody watching, all you got to do is post, say me in the comment section, and we'll pull a card for you. It was a weird day because I woke up a little bit late. I did my morning check-ins. I found several AI pages, and I've been creating
bots.
Oh, Pablo Melesio, I guess Pablo, ¿hablas español? No necesito nada de tu información. So I guess I'll take this one and I'll put you in the green room for a little bit.
Awesome.
Pablo Melesio, ¿cómo estás? Vamos a hablar contigo en español. Vamos a sacarte las barajas. Dame un segundo. Sí, también hacemos trabajo en español para la gente que está poniendo atención. Si quieren que les saquemos baraja, simplemente tienen que decir yo en los comentarios. Y de ahí le sacamos la baraja. No es necesario darnos más información más que un yo. Entonces, para Pablo Melesio, para ti empezando, permíteme, vamos a hablar de la familia. Problemas, está al revés la familia. Entonces hubo un poco de problemas, hubo un poco una situación, algo donde la unión familiar, ya sea tu familia, pareja, o sea, la familia de sangre o la familia elegida que tú dijiste, había ciertos problemas o cosas que no estaban funcionando. Ahora, pudo haber su problema porque mira, la comunidad está de cabeza. Entonces me dice que tanto el núcleo familiar como tu comunidad, algo estuvo en contra. El sentido común o el número común, el denominador menor, eres tú. Entonces voy a decir que tal vez hubo problemas con comunicación, porque mira, sale el ángel que viene siendo el ángel Gabriel, que es el que se encarga del chakra de la garganta. Entonces me está diciendo que tal vez el problema sea el modo en que nos comunicamos o el modo en que hablamos para nosotros y para con otras personas. Entonces, es importante que te comuniques bien para que tanto la comunidad como la unión familiar estén más conectados contigo. En cuanto al espíritu, te sale el segundo chakra que viene siendo el arcángel Ariel. El arcángel Ariel se encarga del balance en tu vida. Estamos buscando un balance espiritual Y eso va a venir en que tú hables y dejes ir todo lo que tienes atorado en la garganta, todas esas verdades que no has querido decir, hasta que no las sueltes, no vas a encontrar el balance que estás buscando. En tu corazón, mira, lo bonito es que en el corazón está el ángel del amor, Angel of Love. Entonces me dice a mí que en el corazón hay mucho amor de cuanto a esta comunidad y tu familia hacia ti. Entonces hay que aceptar amor y saber dar amor. Pero más importante a veces es aceptarlo. Muchas veces no sabemos cómo aceptar el amor y ahí está el problema. Porque ahí vienen unas oportunidades y posibilidades para ti. No me sale al revés. Porque si no aprovechas las oportunidades que te están viniendo, se te puede pasar la oportunidad que es para ti. Así que mucho ojo, pon atención a las cosas que están pasando. Más que todo cuando se refiere a contratos, cosas legales, a firmar papelería, léelo bien, lee bien la papelería, lee todo lo que tienes que firmar. No firmes antes de leer. Te lo tengo muy... No firmes antes de leer. Porque a mí lo que me está diciendo aquí la baraja es que en cuanto al unión familiar, hay mucho amor para ti. Eso te va a traer las oportunidades que estás buscando para traer el balance a tu vida que quieres. Pero tienes que escuchar tu voz. Usa tu voz para que tú te escuches y que otra gente te escuche y así puedas crear la comunidad que tú quieres, pero pon atención a contratos, cosas legales. Y te voy a recordar, contratos hay de tres. Hay contratos mentales, que son yo voy a hacer esto contigo. Hay contratos físicos, donde yo voy a firmar algo. Y hay contratos espirituales, donde yo prometo hacer algo contigo. Entonces, pon mucha atención y de ahí vas a saber que todo va a ser adelante. I hope that made sense, Pablo. Ojalá que te haya caído el 20cito. Did you get all that, Wayne? Just to make sure. Oh, are you muted? I can't hear you. Yeah, you're muted.
I was trying to keep myself quiet. I used Google Translate halfway through to be like, what's he talking about? Let's see what he's saying. So I was able to see you're talking about contracts, 3 different types of contracts, mental, physical. So Google, it's amazing.
It does. And for those of you listening who don't speak Spanish, I always say that there's 3 forms of contracts. There's mental, physical, and spiritual. Mental is where I mentally am connected to Wayne. He is one of my best and dearest friends, and there is this mental connection. There's the physical connections where I would sign a contract with Wayne saying, hey, we're going to collaborate, we're co-workers, this is our contract. And then there is the spiritual contract where I make a vow, when I say, hey, Wayne, you are one of my best friends. I don't just think it, I don't just feel it. It's in my spirit. So take, for instance, when somebody gets married, you make a mental promise that you're going to be a couple. You make a physical promise when you sign the marriage license, and you make a spiritual connection or contract when you say your vows. So those are 3. That's the perfect example of 3 levels of contracts in life. So pay attention to this.
I love it. Totally makes sense.
All right, and then you're going to take Bella?
Yes.
Excellent.
All right, Bella. So already seen some theme in the cards from the last person that we read and you. So heart of the spread, you have the 3 of Wands reversed. So this would tell me that you are in that similar way that Amanda was. Well, you have made progress to a certain point. You made out to make it to a certain destination. Maybe you didn't get all the way to your destination, but you are now looking at wanting to change your course and where you've been. So it is important to you to recognize all of the work that you've put in and up to this point, that you don't need to completely abandon what it is that you were driven to do, what you were passionate about when you were wanting to start whatever it is, the path that you're on. This is likely career or the impact that you're wanting to make. And so the card that's crossing you at this time is the 4 of Pentacles. So there's a challenge in you in being able to hold boundaries long term, and being able to feel like I can plant myself down and create a foundation, but still be flexible in where I head in my future. I definitely get a sense in how you feel like corporate works or the way that work works for you, that you have to kind of be logged in and, live where you work, so to speak, and have that be all one place, which really serves corporate. But does that serve you? Are you able to get life outside of whatever it is that you're doing for that company? So having a form of separation in certain ways can help you to feel more independent. There's also the theme of the Eight of Pentacles reverse. So there's a further valuing of what you've done so far that can be acknowledged as well too. I feel like others look at what you've accomplished thus far and they're impressed, and you look at it and you're like, I haven't done anything significant, because there's still maybe more things that you want to do moving into the future, but you don't necessarily get to feel like you're going to make it there. You plan for it, you want to get there, but you're not always capable of it. So there's something in your past that's still kind of holding you back. There's some type of karma, some type of trauma, likely parental energy, or energy being raised of what was acceptable. How did you know that you were doing well? How were you being successful in the eyes of your parents? It's likely that there was some energy there that was well-intentioned from them that isn't necessarily serving you anymore as an adult. That's causing you in certain times to overgive and to overpromise and to not make sure you're taking care of yourself first and foremost. So this is definitely coming up at this time for you to be able to address when there's conflict and when it doesn't serve you to be involved in the conflict, when it doesn't serve you to solve that problem. It's not always your problem to solve. So to me, this again gives me the vibes of wanting to be somewhere completely different, that where you're at now is where you got to. It was part of the path along the way, but now it's important that you look to the future and say, I want something different, or I want to shift my vision in this direction. So you're letting go of expectations of others. You're letting go of things that are hindering you from experiencing that joy. And the universe is telling you to bring in this new beginning and to see it as a new beginning, but also know that you are still bringing along all of your things that matter, all of the experiences that matter along the way. So as long as you can do that, you can allow yourself to grieve the future that you may not ever really realize, but it was only meant to take you to a certain point. So with your outcome, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So the more that you're true and authentic to yourself in the direction you're wanting to head, without feeling like there's certain things that you have to be able to do, then you're going to find that success. You're going to find the material success. You're going to find the career success and feeling like you're making an impact, which will likely positively impact those other aspects of your life as well too. So I will leave you with that. I'm still here.
I'm here.
Where's the director? What's happening
I know,
here?
right? Fire him. We need a new director here. Yeah, Amanda, next time you sign in, just remind me and we'll do it in Spanish for you. Do you like the way I roll my R's when I speak Spanish? Caliente. Wait, no, caliente doesn't have any R's.
Wait, let me turn Google back on. I'm just kidding. I know you said hot something. Hot books? Hot library? Yeah. Oh, no, wait. That's Biblioteca.
Okay, this is going to sound crazy. I wish my friend Roger was watching. Because I put on the lotion. It arrived at about 4 o'clock because it was 4 o'clock. I finished eating really quick. And I was like, I made it just in time to eat and possibly take a little nap. And I didn't, because then I had to run downstairs to pick up my package and just relax for a minute, just decompress from my therapy session. But I had enough time to like put some of the lotion on. But I you would think I'm buzzing. You would think that there was like
they're really energizing it somehow.
Yeah, something in it. But I feel all like energized. And again, I really do think, I was showing my therapist my vision board. I really do think that once you put energy into the board, it releases some of that pressure you have on you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. And it's totally, it is like a form of manifesting, both looking at it consistently, but literally, like, even like what you just said, like you, with us, we can Reiki energy, we can put energy into it that will literally help to supercharge whatever our intentions are and bring it more clearly to us in whatever ways we want it to. But I definitely, and I talk about this often, I love taking both ends, and this is me having a Virgo ascendant, of being able to come from a super spiritual perspective, but I also like coming from the non-spiritual or more traditional. And so I think even from a psychological perspective, writing things down that you want to do or accomplish and looking at that every day and ensuring that you're having positive feelings about it, I feel like you're really programming the brain specifically in a way to be able to bring that in and to realize it more fully. So then you add a spiritual aspect to it too, and supercharging it in that way too. We talk about Diana often. She is one that I've done so many vision boards with, and every vision board she makes, she does everything on that vision board. Some of those things may take years before it actually comes true, but she will keep that up until she's fully realized those things on it and then do that next one. So I'm such a huge proponent of it in every way possible. I feel like it really is a great tool to help us have vision and be able to manifest more of that vision into our reality.
Yeah, because the one that I did, I think I started it in 20. Oh, that's the one that we did together.
Oh yeah,
remember
mm-hmm.
That was back in like 2014, and it took about
at Angie's place.
Yeah, it took about 4 years for it to complete, and I hadn't made a new one since 2018, 2019 when I finished that one. Everything on that board came true, and then it took me about 5 years to get to do a new one. So don't for those of you listening, don't take 5 years to make a new board. Like as soon as you're done with one, create a new one. I just hadn't given myself the time. So thank you, Martha, for I say instigating in the most positive way, like instigating us doing it, and the fact that we did it as a group was really cool. I feel like when you do it with other people, speaking your truth, like I was telling the reader we just had, Pablo, when you say it out loud, there's a different vibe to it. There's a different energy than to keep it all to yourself. Like, does that make sense? Like fully putting it out to the universe, saying, here's what it represents. Here's what I want to represent. I'm really happy with that. And, interesting enough, there were 2 things on my board that Christian, we had like all these magazines were from the same company. And he cut out the same saying that says, listen like a winner. We both have it on our board. And Martha had brought these 3D words, and we both put dream on our boards without knowing. So I thought that was really interesting because as a couple, like I'm very judgy of our relationship, not necessarily of him. I'm very judgmental of the relationship. Like, are we connected? Is something wrong? Something's not going right. And then you have moments like that where things connect. And you're like, oh, okay, maybe I am the drama.
Are you sure you want to have that live on air recorded? I think you're going to regret that at some point later on.
Am I the drama? Am I the trouble? What is it? Am I the imposter?
Yeah.
For anybody watches the imposter on, is it Netflix? Yeah, Netflix. Am I the imposter? Yes, I am. Yes.
Well, it's interesting. I looked at your chart because, of course, when you say stuff like that, it makes me want to look at your chart.
How dare you?
You have Venus, Mars, and Jupiter all in Scorpio in the 9th house. So I can see how, like, you want relationships to grow. You want your relationships to, and there's maybe times that you resist it, but with that Scorpio energy, it's always being able to like have love kind of be released and then brought back in. And then with it in the 9th house, you want to know why. So it would make sense too that you want to communicate in that way of why do we think this way? Why do we want this? Why are we working towards that? And what I really wanted to try and find in the chart, actually, as I was looking it up, was I know we've discussed with you having the Capricorn sun, there is a sense of like seeing your relationship as a reflection of you, as most people do, but it's also that power couple that you want, that ability to feel like we're movers, we're shakers, we make an impact, and we're strong individuals, and we're strong together as well too. So that definitely has some of those 9th house ties to the Venus part and the Mars and kind of working together. But your power is being able to let things go and to let something die off so that something new can be brought in, especially when it comes to taking action, your growth, your expansion, and how you give and receive love. So it's interesting.
That is very true. And then interesting enough, having finished a job last year and starting a new job this year is part of that. Is okay, I need to let it go. For me, it's not always easy, obviously, but it's part of the process. Having to let go of things. Oh my God, it sounds like I'm back in therapy.
And how do you feel about that?
Well, what came first, the tortilla or the taco? I don't know.
It's the impossible question that will never be answered.
Obviously, it's the tortilla, folks. It's the tortilla.
Yeah. The masa.
The masa.
The masa
No. One more thing in the dilemma. But yeah, it's just interesting. You leave me speechless because you know things.
I do know things, and sometimes I don't even know that I know things until after I've said them.
I'm like, but hey, I just noticed today is because I hadn't changed it. It's episode 8. This is our 8th episode.
Ooh, bringing in that abundance in all forms.
I know. For those of you watching, we still have time. We still have like 30 more minutes. But if nobody wants a reading, maybe we could head home early, get done early.
This week we can actually end early since we're
right. But if you're watching, huh?
You were being intuitive last week to this week. That's where you were like, oh, we got to end.
I tell you, I'm a napper. I didn't get a nap after therapy. I love a good nap after therapy.
I understand. Just a nap in general, sometimes multiple in a day.
Actually, let me go off screen for a second. I'm going to a piece of paper that my therapist gave me today, and maybe we can talk about that in the next 30 minutes, probably. Basically. Hold on, I'll be back.
He'll be right back. Once again, I feel like I should know better than to just feel like a deer in headlights without Daniel here, but let's see. I have no idea what he's pulling out either, other than obviously that it is tied to therapy. Always good to have that type of growth. Daniel's like listening in. What you got there?
What do I have? This is something that my therapist had me work on today, because we talk about values and so it says, your values are the beliefs that define what is most important to you. They guide each of your choices in life. For example, someone who values family might try to spend extra time at home, while someone who values success in their careers may do just the opposite. Understanding your values will help you recognize areas of your life need more attention and what to prioritize in the future. So I'm going to give you a long list of words for those of you watching, and if you're watching this on replay, definitely come back and listen to it. But out of all these words, there's about 30 words. You get to choose which 10 are more impactful to you or reflect your values. And then from those 10, you get to choose what order they're in. So are you going to be writing as we go along?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'll go slow. So again, I'm going to read you all the words, and then you can go back and choose which 10 are most valuable to you, and then what order they're in. And since Wayne's going to do this along with me, while Wayne is choosing his 10 and the order, I would give you my 10. And then, okay, so number 1, love, wealth, family, morals, success, knowledge, power, friends, free time, adventure, variety, calmness, freedom, fun, recognition, nature, responsibility, honesty, humor, loyalty, reason, independence, achievement, beauty, spirituality, respect, peace, stability, and we're down to the last 5, wisdom, fairness, creativity, relaxation, and safety. Now, one of the cool things is I thought one of the cool things would be to do this as a couple and see where your partner's values are and where yours are and see how they resonate. So while Wayne is choosing his top 10 and putting those in order, here's my top 10 in the order that I thought about them. Number 1, responsibility, because I like to be busy. I like things on my calendar. Number 2, creativity. Any job that I do, I want to be able to be creative and do it in a different way. I don't like copying other people. Number 3, I need variety in my life. I want different things. I want to do different. I don't want every day to be the same. Number 4, humor. If you know me, you know you got to laugh. I will make jokes about almost anything. Number 5, I need my friends. I count on my friends to keep me grounded, to keep me centered, to call my BS when it's needed. Number 6, spirituality, because of the work that I do, everything from advocacy to entertainment. I require a level of spirituality connection there. Respect. I need to respect what I'm doing. I need to show respect. And I want to know that people respect what I'm doing. Otherwise, what am I doing there? Number 8 is wisdom. I'm 54 now, and excuse me, I feel like I have a lot of wisdom to share with younger generations and with other people too. And I'm wise enough to know that I need to learn sometimes and that everybody is a potential teacher. Number 9, power. I am Grayskull. I need to know that I have the power to do things, and not just like in an evil way, but I need to know that I have the power, the ability to change things around me. And then number 10, which was I made a mistake. Number 10, I had success, because I do believe that even when I don't finish something, when something doesn't work out the way that I want it, I still am successful in some ways. I'm either successful because I finished and I won, or I'm successful because I didn't and I learned. But when I was making mine, I accidentally put 10 on knowledge. So it is knowing. I guess knowledge for me is also the same thing. It's knowing when I'm, know when to fold them, know when to hold them, as the song says. So those were my top 10, and that is the order that I put them in. Did you figure it out, Wayne?
Almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But I thought this was a really cool thing that my therapist did, so that in our next appointment, I have this sheet and we can work on the issues that I'm trying to deal with and how do they fall under these top 10. And I'm sure they could change from week to week or month to month, year to year. It could probably be a cool thing to do on birthdays and reevaluate my values and where I am. So
I love it.
Where are you?
My 10, my number 1 is honesty. And I feel like that goes with like transparency, authenticity, just full on being honest with myself, honest with others, and establishing honest relationships with other people. Spirituality is number 2. I feel like that's pretty straightforward. Creativity. I love to create. I love to refine process. I love to be creative and making things better. Number 4 would be independence. I definitely like to work in a group setting. I like to have my one-on-one relationships, but I also am very independent in nature. So I need to be able to be free to do what I want to do, but also, honoring all of those relationships as well too. 5, fun. 6, humor. I can't forget that, because I know once I get comfortable in creating and having those processes come through, I can't help but bring humor to the situation and want to have fun with it. It should be an enjoyable process. If you're having to do anything, you can make it fun in that way. Let's see, 7 is friends. So basically 7 and 8, friends and family. So they're not meant to be super far down on the list, but I really have been working on, for myself, my honesty, my spirituality, being able to be independent and seeing myself individually that way. So my friends and family definitely create further growth and depth with it. And then wisdom is number 9 and recognition number 10. So being able to, I know they always say knowledge is knowing, wisdom is doing. So I've always really favored coming from a perspective of acquiring wisdom and applying wisdom. And then I have a Leo moon. So of course, recognition is very important to make sure that I feel like I'm being appreciated and that the work that I'm doing is actually making an impact. So I love that. I love that as a practice.
Interesting. But isn't it...
Anything surprising for me in those that I spoke to that you see?
Humor, not that you're not funny, but I just I wasn't expecting it on your values.
I can see that.
And then we had a lot of similarities in different places, but we have some similarities, which is interesting.
And we are on the, astrologically, we're the same wavelength, we're the same spectrum, Cancer and Capricorn, they're the balancing signs. We just experience the other end of the extreme, or the other end of the spectrum for it. So there's great depth and emotions in you, but the focus on your outward energy is about creating the work, being able to have those things work through. It's fascinating.
And we've talked about this before, that there's, even in our lives, there's a lot of parallels. You'll be going through something and then we'll talk, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Yes.
So
over years and years.
As long as I've known you, we've had that parallel connection. So it's really interesting. I definitely want to hold on to this and scan it, and I feel like excuse me, every quarter would be cool to do it and see where the values are. And then what I found interesting when I was doing it, and because I was given all these choices, was how some things didn't even make on my list. And I told my therapist, I was going to say this and this because I thought this is what you wanted me to say. I was you were expecting me to put them on my list, and then I didn't. And she was like, that's interesting. So yeah. So for those of you out there, if you're curious, you want to know, I will make sure to scan it, and I will post it on my social media pages that are connected to the show. And that way you can do your own. And then next week, if you want to tell us what your top 10 value, it's called the Values Clarification Test. And
there's other people I want to take it. I'm going to have Zav do that process as well too. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, because I'm even thinking for my coaching program to put my the people I coach, my clients, put this through put this out for them, and so we can have an understanding. I mean, if humor is not part of your top 10, then maybe I shouldn't be using humor to get to you and make you understand things. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Also, for clients that I read for on a regular basis, to take like a little 5-minute section out of that and go, hey, can we do this? And so I can figure out how to approach you better. What's the best way? Because if I know that family is not important to you, then why am I pushing you in the card reading to go after family? That makes sense?
Yes.
There's a lot of benefits to it.
Yes. I love it. Anytime we're envisioning our values, our I'm also a huge proponent. I'm sure we've talked about this before too. Not just with businesses, but having a vision, having a mission. Your vision is your long-term goal, the impact that you want to make in the future, and then being able to create your mission from that, which is your daily, how do you go about that on a daily basis to get to that vision? And it doesn't have to just be for corporations, but it helps you to understand where you're at, where you want to go, and then being able to understand your progress along the way with it. So I've done that. I can't remember what it's called too, but it's the test that a lot of corporate companies have you do, so you can know your top, 5 to 10, maybe values as well too in that. But that's also a great resource that I've used in the past. It's been quite some time. I'd kind of would want to go back and look to see what my results would be now, because I know they're probably different. The last time I took it was probably 4 or 5 years ago.
The other thing that's on the sheet is down at the very bottom. There's on this one. There's a space. There's 2 blank spaces. I don't know if you can see. There we go. 2 blank spaces. And I joked with my therapist. I'm like, can I put tacos there? Is that a valid value?
Very appropriate. Yes.
Is that a valid value? Like, I want to know. Inquiry minds want to know.
Yes.
What else? We have 15 minutes to go. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, I love that. That makes me want to do a dream board, but also along the lines of a vision board too, to have something up to remind me of my values too, and maybe when I'm going to work, or maybe not necessarily working in, and utilizing what I've prioritized as my values too in the execution of my, daily work in life. Interesting. Brand, you have me thinking all the different ways, all the different things.
That's what I do. That's why my board says I'm a teacher, because I'm a teacher.
I love it.
What was I going to say? Well, I guess we can go down your other slide.
Oh, my other slide, my other list. So if you're interested in working with me, lots of different ways of working with me. I offer intuitive tarot readings. That's both online, over the phone, or in person at Awakenings in Laguna Hills. I'm there for my regular shifts Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You can reach out to me to be able to book there. I also do Rehutek energy healings, where we come in and we utilize NLP. I also do a kind of meaning reading to determine what you're likely needing to be working on for your energy healing, and helps you to not just energetically address blockages, challenges, and rebalancing your system, but also helps you take on head on a challenge that you're likely facing at this time. Also have many other things, offering space clearings, written dream interpretations, astro birth chart interpretations. My monthly chakra reset sound bath experiences are coming back in February, so you can be on the lookout for that. And again, tomorrow we have our Intro to Rehutek at Visions and Dreams in Costa Mesa at 6 p.m. If you're interested, you can check that out on my website.
Cool. And I have a couple of announcements for you folks. Remember, if you're looking for transpersonal coaching, that's a combination of life and spiritual coaching. We did the workshop, the mini alignment workshop today. You can book your own private sessions. I've got 3 separate packages, 3 different prices. Just go find me at thealignment.net and make an appointment. Also, some of my sessions, some of my services, card reading. I do Reiki, spiritual coaching, life coaching. This gives good for group workshops or corporate events, one-on-ones, obviously. Again, go check out littlemexicanproductions.com and you can connect through there, or whatever channel you're watching us on. Send me a message and we'll connect. Don't forget, every Monday is the Crab and Goat Show with Wayne and Daniel, where you get spiritual messages, alignment sessions, and card readings. Mondays at 5, sign in. All you got to do is say me during our sessions and you can get a reading. On Wednesdays, it's the Kristen and Daniel Show at 6 p.m. Check us out on probably one of the channels you're watching on. Come join us for an hour of conversations, different topics, and our picks of the week. And then on Saturday mornings, put it together live streams. I'm off for the next 3 weeks because I'm working and I'll be out of town. But what's your story? We want to hear how you put it together. And those interviews are Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And again, if you are interested in Grumpy Bunny in the Close Game, this is a guided meditation book for children. You can find it at the Awakenings bookstore in Laguna Hills, in Visions and Dreams in Costa Mesa. The price to order off of littlemexicanproductions.com is $20, and it's signed and delivered. That is postage and the book all in one. Or go to the bookstores and get it. But go to the bookstores and ask for it. Tell them I sent you. Tell them you saw the show and you're like, hey, I'm here for my copy. I mean, you have to pay for it. They're not going to give it to you, but go get your copy there. Which I need to go check out to see how they're doing, how the books are doing.
I saw Awakenings. You have one of each left. You have a Spanish and an English.
Cool.
So you're probably due to re-up it at some point soon.
Re-up it. So, but hey, if you find me there, remember the last time I was there at Awakenings, it just happens. There was a lady there who was buying a book, and I was able to sign it for her. It was really cool. It was one of those.
She was so happy.
Yeah, I can't remember the girl behind the counter, but she was like, "The author's right here. If you want him to sign it for you."
Lizette, yeah, totally.
And it was a really cool moment to be able to do that for her. So it's awesome. It's awesome. Well, nobody else has checked in. Do you want to check out 10 minutes early?
Yeah, we can wrap up. It's all good. Actually, I have Awakenings to be at soon, so it gives me a head start to get there.
Great. All right. So everybody watching, thank you so much for joining us tonight. For those of you who got a reading, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies, and we'll see you folks next week. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.